Ever felt like you're stuck in a rut with no way out? Ever felt like the world is against you? Welcome to the club, my friend. We've all been there, wrestling with the shadows of failure. It's a universal experience, a rite of passage that binds us all. It's the bitter taste of defeat, the sting of rejection, the echo of unmet expectations. But here's the thing. Failure doesn't have to be your final destination. Well, you're not alone, and most importantly, you're not defeated. Let's delve into the lives of those who turned their failures into stepping stones for success. Our first tale takes us to the world of literature. Meet J.K. Rowling, the author of the famed Harry Potter series. Before she became a household name, Rowling was a single mother struggling to make ends meet. Her manuscript was rejected by a dozen publishers, but she didn't let that deter her. Instead, she used the rejection as fuel to keep going, and eventually, her perseverance paid off. Today, she's one of the world's most successful authors, with her books translated into multiple languages worldwide. Next, we venture into the realm of science with Thomas Edison. Known for his invention of the electric light bulb, Edison faced numerous failures and setbacks in his pursuit of innovation. He once famously said, "I have not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His relentless persistence led to the development of inventions that revolutionized the world. Now let's turn to sports. Consider the story of Michael Jordan, one of the greatest basketball players of all time. He was cut from his high school basketball team, a setback that could have ended his career before it even began. Instead of giving up, Jordan used the failure as motivation to work even harder. His commitment to his craft eventually led him to the NBA, where he won 6 championships and became an icon of the sport. Finally, let's look at a personal triumph. Bethany Hamilton, a professional surfer, lost her arm in a shark attack at a young age. This devastating event could have ended her surfing career, but Hamilton refused to let her circumstances dictate her future. She returned to the water, learned to surf with one arm, and continued to compete professionally, showing the world that setbacks don't define us. But how we respond to them does. And so they transformed their failures into victories. But how did they do it? What is the common thread among all these triumphant individuals? Persistence. It's that relentless drive, the unyielding determination that separates the triumphant from the defeated. Because, my friends, the road to success is not a straight line, but a winding path filled with bumps, potholes, and detours. But every setback, every failure is not the end. No, quite the opposite. They are stepping stones, opportunities for growth, learning, and improvement. You see, persistence is the compass that keeps us moving forward, even when the destination seems lost in the fog of uncertainty. It's the voice that whispers, "Keep going," when all others shout, "Give up." It's the fuel that keeps the flame of ambition burning, even in the face of adversity. Let's consider Thomas Edison, the man who illuminated the world. He once said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." And indeed, after countless trials and errors, after 10,000 failures, he succeeded in creating the electric light bulb. That's the power of persistence. Or take the story of Abraham Lincoln. He faced numerous defeats in his early political career. But did he let failure deter him? Far from it. He persisted, he persevered, and ultimately he became one of the most revered presidents in American history. These stories, these lives, are a testament to the transformative power of persistence. They remind us that failure is not a fatal condition, but a temporary state, a state that can be changed, transformed, and surmounted with persistence. So what's the secret sauce? How can we transform our failures into stepping stones for success? It's simple, yet profoundly challenging. It's about getting up, dusting off, and moving forward. It's about learning from the past, but not letting it define our future. It's about seeing failure not as a dead end, but as a detour on the road to success. Persistence, then, is the key to turning failure into success. But how can you develop it? Cultivating persistence isn't always easy, but it's certainly possible. It's a journey of self-discovery that begins with a simple shift in mindset. You see, every great journey begins in the mind. It's a decision to rise above the status quo, to push past the barriers, to challenge the norms. And often the most significant hurdle we need to overcome is the one we've built in our minds. Imagine, for instance, a mountain climber. They don't conquer the peak on their first attempt. No, they start with smaller hills, gradually working their way up, building strength, endurance, and honing their skills. They fall, they stumble, but they get back up, and with each small victory they grow more confident, more persistent. Their journey mirrors ours in cultivating persistence. We must start with small, realistic goals. Goals that stretch us, yes, but not so far that they break us. And every time we achieve these goals, we're not just crossing off a task on our to-do list. No, we're proving to ourselves that we can do it, that we can persist, that we can overcome. Take Thomas Edison, for instance. In his quest to invent the light bulb, he encountered countless failures. Yet he viewed each one not as a failure, but as another step towards success. He once said, "I have not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." That's the mindset we need to cultivate. A mindset that sees failures not as dead ends, but as detours on the road to success. And as we journey down this road, let's not forget to celebrate our small victories. Every step forward, no matter how small, is progress. And progress, my friends, is the heartbeat of persistence. So celebrate your progress, for it is in these celebrations that we find the fuel to keep going, to keep persisting. Cultivating persistence is about more than just gritting your teeth and pushing through. It's about changing your mindset, setting realistic goals, celebrating your progress, and most importantly, believing in yourself. With persistence, you too can transform your failures into successes. Now it's your turn. Embrace the lessons, the challenges, the setbacks. They're not roadblocks, but fuel for your journey. Failure? It's not a full stop, but a comma in your story. It's the universe's way of saying, hey, there's a better way to do this. So dust off, rise up, and turn the page, because when the going gets tough, remember this: you have the power to turn your failures into victories. Now go out there and conquer your world. Thank you for watching Rise Above, Conquering Failure. If you've enjoyed this video and feel inspired to conquer your own failures, we invite you to subscribe to our channel. We're a community that thrives on the power of persistence, on the exhilarating journey from failure to triumph. We're here to remind you that setbacks are just setups for comebacks, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join us on this journey of triumph over failure. Together we rise above.